ads as a source of revenue or secondary income from your website or from your YouTube channel will not work for most people in India, and I think you should not try them. Here's why. Hi, I'm Pattu from freefincal, and welcome to another edition of Monday Money Mantra, where we talk about ways to generate secondary income and how to do it online. Last week we talked about the good and the bad of affiliate marketing, and before that we talked about quick ways to start earning money online. So this week we'll focus on ads, and I'm talking about ads on websites and on YouTube channels, or in general any other medium for an Indian audience. And there are two reasons why they will not work. For a secondary income, for a secondary income to work, for a secondary income to matter, it should satisfy two conditions. It should be sustainable and it should be scalable. So sustainable means that once you start earning some money, you should be able to earn at least that much money going forward. And scalable meaning that as your enterprise grows, the income should also scale proportionally, and it should become higher and higher. If the rate of the rate at which you get income should be higher than the rate at which your enterprise grows. That is the way secondary income should be designed, and that's the ideal secondary income, because it should be different from our salary. Because in salary we have to go to work to get a salary, and we have to work fixed hours, and so we need a form of income that will first of all replace our expenses, and then hopefully in future replace our salary itself. And that's the kind of secondary income that you should plan for. You should not think of it as some hobby where you get 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 500 rupees. There's some small change just to pay some small tiny mini bill. Don't think about secondary income like that. Have a proper plan where you will aim to replace the your day-to-day expenses in about 5 years maybe, and in about 7 to 10 years you can even replace your entire income, that is your salary from it. So there are two reasons why ads will not work. One, for ads to work, for ads to get you income, if you're running a website or a blog or whatever site, you should have significant amount of traffic coming in for you to get even decent income. For you to earn something like $10 a day, you need to have at least it's very difficult to say because it depends on genre, it depends on the traffic and so on. I would say you need at least anywhere between 3,000, at least 3,000 views. I'm talking about Indian traffic. I think 3,000 views a day is necessary, and at least $10. I think you should be. That also depends on the genre. If you write in personal finance, if you write in news and so on, that may be difficult with 3,000 views a day. You must write targeted. For example, you write a travel blog and you talk about traveling and traveling via air, low-cost airlines and so on. Then what happens is people, that is the airlines, will start putting their ads, travel agencies will start putting their ads. So if you have a very specific area where you're catering to a small segment, then you will get good ad revenue, although the traffic may not be as high as you want it to be. Whereas we are working on something like personal finance, where everything is possible. One day you talk about stocks, one day you talk about mutual funds, one day you talk about life. Then it's very difficult to find, for insurers to find a particular niche to latch on to your website for long-term contracts and so on, for ad and so on. So therefore, you need, ads are not scalable. That's the point I'm trying to make. You need to, if you want income fast, then your traffic has to grow quickly. Your visibility has to go rapidly. Then only you will quickly get revenue. Quickly means at least in 2 years you should be able to get that 3,000 views, which many people don't. That's the point I'm trying to make. Very few people are successful. So you may ask, you are running ads on freefincal. Why are you saying don't run ads? I am running ads on freefincal because I don't use it as my source of income. I just need to. I wanted to just negate my expenses, so I don't care how much I get, and don't ask me how much I get. I just get a few dollars a day. Don't assume things. Okay, it's annoying. So if you want, when I'm talking about income, I'm talking about replacing your expenses, not only your internet expense, not only your hosting expense, domain registration, and so on. I'm talking about actually replacing your grocery expense, everything, petrol, everything. So for if you want that kind of thing, don't expect it from ads unless your website has got significant traffic and it has got a very well defined area where it is easy for advertisers to latch on. Unless that happens, you won't get it, and that will take years, and it may not happen at all, considering how the internet is going, considering how there's competition in every genre, in every niche, so-called niche. So it's going to be very difficult for a website to scale income using ads, and I'm not doing that. I'm not able to scale. So, but I'm able to scale in terms of expenses. For example, I went from shared hosting to now I'm on a virtual private server. So from that to this, the expenses became 2 or 3 times more. But the higher ads income compensated it to some extent, more or less to a reasonable extent. That is okay. It will scale in that sense, but it will not scale and reach, for most people, it will not reach the level of monthly expenses. Of course, some people will be successful, but don't look at the success stories. That's the point I made before also. Very few people will be successful, and these guys will call themselves experts, and they will sell courses about how to make money online. And don't look at them. Look at it's like it's like this, or it's like this. The successful people will be right on the top, on the all the others will be at the bottom, right at the base. That's how it will be. So second, ads are not scalable. Ads are also not sustainable, because the way advertisers go about their business is rapidly changing. I mean, 10 years ago, there was no such thing as content marketing. Either there will be banner ads, display ads. Now nobody wants banner ads or display ads. They will say, I will write an article for you, push it in your website. That is okay. That is a reasonable way to get some regular money. You say, I will charge 5,000 rupees for my website for a particular post. Somebody will give me an article on ULIP, how ULIPs are great and so on, so you can push it. Of course, you will lose, there will be no branding, there will be no loyalty, people will not trust you, but there will be some traffic. But it can also it can also backfire. Your regular readers, if ever you have any, will not turn up. So that's a problem. So the point I'm trying to make is, people have moved from banner advertising to sponsored posts. That is, they're pushing articles as advertisements. Articles themselves are becoming advertisements, and also there are a lot of ad blockers around. At least I would say 40 to 50% of revenue for every website is lost because of ad blocking. And that's the reason why you see these major newspaper websites, if they do not have a subscription model, they will say, either you join, you cannot access without disabling your ad blocker, or they will say become a premium member or disable your ad blocker. That is the reason why many newspapers are quickly becoming that. Now there is technology developing to fight ad blockers, and the ad blockers are fighting this technology. So it's a very interesting tussle going on in that space. So I believe that ads are not sustainable, in addition to being not scalable. So things are going to change. Although Google AdSense, on the double click and so on, other arms, they're all flourishing. There are newer and newer ways Google is finding to promote content. But for Google to promote content, the website should have a reputation. It should be established. Your website that was just started today will not get into that. Will not have access to those modes of promotion. We will talk about that at some later point. So that is the reason why I believe advertisements are neither, at least ads in India, they are neither scalable or sustainable. However, ads in the US seem to be still working. You can get 3 to 5 times more revenue for the same kind of traffic in the US or Europe. So there, even for a below average kind of website, for below average traffic website, you will get some decent money to compensate at least 25% of your monthly expenses or 30% of your monthly expenses, which is very good. So it still works there. Of course, they also scalability is a problem there, but for low traffic you get much better paid in the US. So if you want to, there's one idea, but it will not work for everybody. If you want to get US traffic or Europe traffic, maybe Australia, somewhere else, and so on. The only way to do that is to create a separate domain and cater to those audiences alone, so that their advertisers come, and you must get good traffic. Then you can. There are many ad agencies which can even boost your ad revenue more than Google AdSense and so on. So that's possible. But how many people can write US content or European content? Europe is more difficult because they'll have language issues. But at least US, UK is a very small market. So US, at least you can write in English, but then that English has to be American English. It has to be written in a way that people there will like and appreciate. It has to be US topical areas. Unless people who have lived in the US, they will not be able to do it. If you have, for example, if you've been an NRI in the US for 10 years and you come back, then you can probably follow, you know where to follow US news. You'll know what they will like and so on. That's a possibility, but it's not easy to do that. I mean, but today you can do it, but it's not easy to do that. So that is one. And don't think about YouTube. YouTube has made it very hard for new people to start putting ads. Many people have asked me, how did you start earning money in YouTube so quickly? No, it's not so quickly. If you notice, I've been on YouTube since 2014, I think, 14 maybe. And then the advantage for me was that I had a lot of watch time and everything, because every video I published in the first phase, where I was not active at all, I was just pushing my seminars. They were like 1 hour videos, 1.5 hour videos. So that increased watch time, and that I also, before Google changed the rules for the ad when people can monetize and so on, I got it. But even then, the amount that comes from YouTube is trivial for India. Just it's nothing. You can't do anything with that. So you have to scale, and for that you have to make engaging content for money. To make money of YouTube in India, you have to create super duper engaging content. So you need to you must be like, you must have something that nobody else has. Don't start saying, I will start reviewing smartphones. Everybody who wants to, third guy who wants to make a blog says, I'm going to start reviewing smartphones. Don't do stupid things like that. You will never get anywhere. Look at the people who are reviewing smartphones. I don't have a smartphone, and I watch Geeky Ranjit videos on YouTube because he's so good. So please recognize the competition before you start thinking, start dreaming about money making and so on. You must have something super duper unique to offer. Otherwise, you cannot work. It will not work in YouTube. And you must also have, some people have video editing and the packaging, the kind of everything. Look at my background. Everybody is complaining. I can't see it. It feels like some people want to throw up because of my background. I don't care. But if you want, so my growth in YouTube will be less. It all depends on what audience you should cater to. Young people. You should cater to somebody from 15 to 25. That is the age bracket for YouTube. Maximize the benefits in YouTube. What you do matters and so on. So don't depend on ads. Use ads as a way to negate your expenses. Ads can be used for breaking even, and you can only break even with ads. That is the point. Of course, I'm breaking even only when you're not using any when you're not pushing, investing money for advertising and so on. That is not possible with ads. Just your basic costs, ads will nicely cover, but it will not scale beyond that to cover your other costs and so on. So what is the you may ask, you said three ways: ads, affiliate marketing, selling information products, digital products and so on. You said ads are not scalable. You say affiliate marketing has got a lot of bad problems with it, although it is scalable and reasonably sustainable if you can change with times. So the only option I think is the only reliable, scalable, sustainable options where you don't have any conscience pangs is selling digital products. We'll talk about that in another video. So I've said enough, I think. I'll catch you again later. Bye bye.